folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Miami Dolphins. We go from Las Vegas. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Brady. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. But defensively here, Charles, I'd have to imagine coming up with a game plan to stop Tom Brady. Many have tried. Few have succeeded. What do you see as their best course of action?
Well, besides stating the obvious, which is having great guys who can cover, and we know how difficult that is in the NFL, I say it's inside pressure. The guy's up the middle in his face because he's not the type of athlete who can get out to the perimeter and hurt you. He likes to step up in the pocket and throw downfield. If you have a couple of good pass rushers right in his face, right in his grill, that's your best chance to slow him down.
At the Dolphins' 44-yard line.
Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Now Brady. On the right side, this is Miller. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. First carry for Raheem Mostert, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now Brady. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 16.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Back to the running game with Mostert. He will push his way down to about the 14. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. That's swung out to Mostert. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the 4th quarter. But here, it's happening early, a definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy portion of this 1st quarter already. And now after that completion, they're set up 1st and goal.
Here's Mostert. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down, Mariota. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a 1st quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It's called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in there, break on the football. Don't make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are coming off the game last week, which a very interesting game in Charles. Ultimately, it ended in a tie.
And that's difficult on teams because, let's face it, Brandon, they just don't know how to react. I mean, who does? Did you win? No. Did you lose? No. Because when you win, you jump up and down. Life's good. When you lose, you set your face in that stone look so that you show that you weren't hurt. I think it's one of those things that at the end of the year, you find out just how you're supposed to feel about that tie. Did it help you or hurt you in the standings? Then you'll know what you really should have felt that game.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Quick completion here to Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 18. That's another Raiders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Reload! 6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. 5 the money. 5 the money.
Brady now on first down. They'll roll him out right. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a give to Mostert running right. Down to the 25. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run right side with Mostert. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw with Brady. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Chubb will have the first down and much more. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now Chubb running right. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. 7 yards, the pickup there.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, shelling through the defense, and he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. From the 17, Mariota. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. DK Metcalf. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Working from the gun, it's Brady. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Pushing his way through. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football.
47-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. To throw is Mariota. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Mariota. He's going to try and go deep again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 14-7.
Raiders 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. That throw by Brady incomplete.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Brady. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. On play action, now Brady. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. A give running right is Chubb. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
And it's 3rd down.
One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 58 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Mariota now from the 50. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
And again, it's Chubb. Running right through him. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. That's tough there, starting to mount a good drive. Quarterback lets his guard down for just a moment, and it's going to bite him.
And I was just about to remark how control of the game they were here in this third quarter, but that return for 6 points, we now have a game again.
Point after, right down the middle, and that will tie our game here in the third. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. To throw is Brady. Eluding the pressure right. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Add one, tell me one, see that.
This is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears weren't realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete there to Johnson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Miller. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 41-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Brady. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
46-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Switch up, switch up. Motion, motion. Hey, ball 66.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Brady. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now Brady again. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Mostert. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. They will take a 7-point lead. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3.
Dolphins take over first down and 10. Their own 9-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain. And the Raiders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Take over first down and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. First down and a little extra from Mostert. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Well, Raheem Mostert, we know the story, from special teamer to postseason hero. All he needs is a little bit of space, CD, and he can do the rest.
And they've had little to no success stopping him on the ground all game long, because that's his third touchdown of the game, and by far the best touchdown of the bunch. They came in this game knowing that they needed to rely on him, and the defense knew they needed to slow him down, yet he's delivered in a big way, and he's been sensational.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Second and 6.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They run it again with Chubb. Runs over, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Chubb on first down, no room to roam as he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Mariota. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Mariota. That's into the hands of Jacob Harris. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Again, it's Mariota. Under pressure, and he will go down. sack back at the 38. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Mariota. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Anthony Schwartz with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Jerick McKinnon now to return. And able to get this out to the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. First down and a little extra for Mostert. And all the way up to the 46. 152 yards rushing for him now as this sensational afternoon continues.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Brady going to throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Brings up 3rd down.
First and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do, take the...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. To throw, Mariota. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mariota. Buying time to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage.